Hey guys, welcome back to the business of art. Today we're going to go over getting prints of your art made. So to start with, there are a lot of different ways to make prints, and there are a lot of different kinds of prints. There are just your average like postcard or greeting card or things like that kind of prints that are very small. You don't need a super high quality image, etc. Then there are actual like photographic prints, which are normally a little larger, maybe an 8 by 10 or 11 by 14 or even larger. And then there are like actually limited edition prints, which are generally going to be very high quality, and you're only going to make a certain number of them, and then often they're signed and actually numbered. Otherwise, that they're no longer really limited edition. So they would be, okay, there's only 20 prints of this one. Each one has a number on it, and that greatly increases the value. Then there are, of course, prints on other things besides paper even. Like you can print on canvas, you can print on wood nowadays, you can print on metal. So there's all kinds of prints. So the first step is getting high quality photographs of your art. Now, if you cannot do this yourself, then hire a photographer to do it. There's a company that I used to use down in San Diego, and I would just bring my pieces in and they would digitize them for me for generally like, I think it was like $10 or $15 each, which was really not bad. I also have a local photographer that sometimes I'll call up and be like, hey, I'm going to bring you 10 pieces. Now, you may not want to do that with every single piece of art you create, especially if you create hundreds and hundreds of pieces. You're going to pick a select few that are the ones that A, probably are your favorites, and B, you think people would actually want prints of. So those are a couple of factors too, is deciding which ones to make prints of. But you need the high quality photograph. If you can't do it, don't try to do a quarter job of it or a half okay job. Like, actually get someone to do it. You will have to actually pay for that, so it's an investment. And then it's choosing how you want to do it. There's basically two ways. One is print on demand, which is a site like Zazzle, Redbubble, Fine Art America. There's all these different kind of print on demand websites that you upload your image, and then you can send your buyers there, and they can go and they can pick what they want. That wouldn't apply obviously to doing like limited edition prints. Those you would generally sell yourself. But so there's the print on demand, and then the second option, which is actually getting the prints yourself and mailing them out yourself. So if you want to have the time to do that and whatnot, you can have a little more control probably over the quality. And if you're, like I said, you're doing the limited edition prints that you may want to actually even like frame and mat and sign and number and all that stuff, obviously you're going to want to have that in your possession in order to do that. So to do that, you will need to research and find a local company is usually the best. So you're going to find a company that specifically advertises that they do fine art prints, not just looking for a copier, or someone that does like business cards. They will probably say that they can do prints, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it because they don't specialize in that. I would go for a company that specifically advertises doing fine art prints. And that being said as well, you can also order them off of a website like Redbubble or something and have it shipped to you, and then you ship it out. So that's another option. That seems like it's a little bit of an extra added step, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend that, but it depends on where you are. If you don't have any local printers that can do the prints, then you may have to do something like that where you actually order it online from a company that specializes in that. Yeah, and then in terms of cost, obviously a print is generally going to be cheaper than the original. That's kind of the purpose. But when you have the like limited edition prints, they can be, pretty high up there in cost. So if you have a piece that you're selling for $1,000, you may make 10 limited edition prints that are each $200 or something. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of factor that into the cost, whereas a regular print may be anywhere from $10 to $50. You know, it's not going to be that expensive. And then of course there's also printing on merchandise, which kind of falls into the same category. And once again, sites like Zazzle, Redbubble, Teespring, you know, whatnot, those guys can also put items on the merchandise for you. So me personally, I am not interested in adding more shipping to what I already do because I already ship a lot of paintings. So I go with the print on demand services where I can sell prints and merchandise, and I don't have to worry about it. I can just send people there. I don't have to make the product. I don't have to ship it. I don't have to keep track of, you know, anything like that. Those companies do it all for me. So me personally, that's what I prefer. But do your own research and kind of decide which way you want to go. You may want to go with selling prints as more of a business than even selling originals. You can definitely do that. I hope this was helpful, guys. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, and I will see you next time.